Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Knights of Camelot, episode 3. Last episode we set up the kitchen and these 6 bedrooms and moved everyone out of the temporary accommodation. So that's just a quick recap there. Merlin's just building the floors for us now. So that's all going to be done pretty soon. I think we're going to set Gaius up as well to do constructing on number 1 priority. And perhaps even stop this foraging for berries, which has been done. The amount of meat we've got here is looking to be quite a lot, so I think we're going to go on the manager and just set this down to 100. I think we can see how much that is, and if that's too much or too little we can again go and adjust it, but that will mean our hunters aren't out all the time as much. So that's there. We're also going to lower Gwen's cooking priority and up her hauling, so we get everything hauled in as much as we can. We've got a meteorite of slate landing just towards the south, so that might be something to grab at some point. I'm going to queue these urns up, and another meteor of limestone landing to the southwest this time. I'm going to queue these urns up to be moved into this room, as well as a couple more wall torches as well. Put one there, and we'll see if that's enough. And it is getting quite warm outside, especially indoors, so we're going to set up a few passive coolers. So we'll do one for each pair of bedrooms and see if that's enough to cool this whole area. There we are. Okay. This shelf here needs to be cleared and just have wood on it. So we'll set that up now. And Merlin and Gaius will get this. We'll tell Merlin to prioritise this wall torch after he's finished hauling those granites, or that granite. Morgana's got lots of Gwen, sorry, is hauling lots of wood into the inventories down here, so that's very good. It's all just being moved around, and we're going to queue these. We're going to suspend these simple meals because we're looking like we've got enough rice for now, and we're going to up the simple meals to 16 for this one and 20 on the top as well, and perhaps also just queuing up this zone here to have some corn in it, since that is the best crop for food per colonist, which is going to be important for us now. We'll put some keel root in this corner, and again I think just some corn in the bottom right. So there we are, and we're just going to hide all those things. Perhaps even expanding the rice over on this side. And a lot of our meat seems to be rotting away, so it's good that we queued that up to have less. We're going to move the manager's desk up inside as well as these chest table can be moved indoors, and actually the hoopstone pin as well. And more meat's being rotted away, so that's a shame. But what can we do? There we go. I'm just going to put a second door as well in the butchery here. Actually, they can come through this way, that'll be fine. And we've got a raid from Atora. So we've got 3 enemies coming from the north. We're just going to gather everybody by our base here. I'm going to set Uther to drop his sword and just pick that up. And Arthur to do the same. Just equip his sword. So the 3 of them can be at the front, Gaius wasn't actually conscripted there. And, oh, I didn't generate the planet. So we just have to wait a second for that to finish. The message there was they're going to prepare a while, so we're going to go and assault them. We'll get these three. I think we're going to change the order at the top as well, and put Uther, Arthur, then Morgana, so we can drag along and grab three fighters if we need them. Okay, and they're just going to form a battle line there, and deal with these enemies as they come in. So that's one dead there. It's the second one dead again, and Jackie wants to run. So we're just going to deconscript Arthur, since he's not taken any damage yet. And she's also dead. That's a shame. Could have kept any of them, or it would have been good to keep some of them as prisoners, especially Jackie with a brawler and tough. That could be very useful later on. But alas, we could not. Now we're going to lower Gaius' construction priority and just get Merlin to do most of it. We've also got no furniture in these bedrooms apart from the beds, so we're going to go through and put some wooden end tables in there, and a wooden dressers opposite the beds. There we are. And we're also going to set up a new zone, and we're going to call that animals. Invert that, and then just clear the area that we don't want animals in. So we don't want them eating any of the crops up here, or in any of the bedrooms, because they make lots of muck. And we're just going to clean this zone as well out of it. Just do it roughly for now, because soon I'm probably going to build an animal pen, perhaps up here, for them. Morgana lost her right fourth toe in that fight as well, so once she gets into bed, we'll queue her and Uther up to be tended to by Gaius. We'll just get Gwen to clean this blood here. We're just going to assign the 2 yaks to the animal zones as well. We don't really want them sleeping in their rooms. That's a bed for Lucy. Okay. We're just going to have some furniture. We're going to see if we can find an animal sleeping spot as well. We'll just put a plain leather animal sleeping spot there when Merlin gets an opportunity. But he's got lots of stuff to do right now. We're actually also going to queue this. We're going to put a stool up there. We're going to tell Gaius to move the research bench in when he gets the opportunity, to save Uther going down here. And we're going to queue these wall torches. We're going to reinstall in this zone, because we do still have some dark spots. So they're done there. And our granite looks to be almost finished. Granite tiles. I think we've done them all apart from this spot here. So that's good. Morgana's in some quite serious pain here. That's okay. And we have got a debuff from sleeping in the heat, because these passive coolers haven't been finished, or only one has been finished so far. And it is looking like we're going to need some more. So we're going to make Merlin prioritise doing them. Gaius is just harvesting all the rice for us. We are actually going to put a door in this butchery here as well, when the opportunity presents itself. And also queue this farm fence up to be built, so that our crops aren't being eaten, or the rice, especially when it's on the floor, isn't being eaten by any of these animals. I'm going to queue this cougar up to be hunted as well. And we did get a male and a female yak. So this female yak's going to start producing milk for us, which is going to be very useful. I think Arthur is, well, that's his job. we're just going to look at Lacey's training. So she's fully trained to haul now, which is very good for us. She's going to start picking up a lot of the stuff. Our cotton's coming along well. We're partly through carpet making, so that's not too bad. And Uther's lacking a ranged weapon, so we're just going to have him re-equip his bow. And Arthur is also the same, so again, just going to have him re-equip his bow. Also drop this Psychite Tea. Okay. So the marble chunks are getting done now. Merlin's working on all the furniture here. And it looks like it's a good temperature. So these 3 coolers seem to be doing a good job. We're going to also queue up again some more walls here. Have another 6 bedrooms, which we can either have for guests or extra colonists when we get the opportunity. So, but it'll be good to get some guests in to start getting a bit of income. So we're just going to queue some vents up. I think actually on this side rather than the centre. And we'll unforbid these walls so they get all done soon. We are looking a bit low on steel though, so Merlin might have to go and mine some in a minute. Since he's going over, I'll force him to mine some. And that'll be hauled in by Gwen and Lacey when they have the opportunity. Gwen's mainly dealing with the rice right now though, so that's okay. Gus is just getting everything replanted. And Arthur's doing some stone cutting. We don't look to need that many more stones, so we're going to lower his priority to do that. And just have him hunting instead. He's increasing his shooting skill there. Okay. We might actually also queue up some more marble blocks up to be hauled in. Which again either Gwen or Lacey will do. And in this rough stone here at the bottom, I think we're going to queue some potatoes up to be grown, as they grow quite well in the worse soil. So that's good. And all our heal roots almost all planted, so that will give us a healthy supply of the medicine that we're going to need. We're just going to go on manager and change the foraging. Firstly, only one for wild healed root, and we're going to change the target to 50 in the general stockpile. Okay, I'm going to set a new one up with ambrosia bushes, and that's just going to be, we're going to want that forever, so when it's greater than 0 anywhere, we're going to want to get that. McGarner's again just cooking us fine meals. We seem to have a good amount of them, so that's good. And actually I'm going to suspend this cooking them one by one for now. So we're just doing them in bulk. So she's got, because it's much more time efficient. And we've not got a lot of colonists right now. So it looks like quite a few people are asleep for us. Actually just Merlin right now. It's going to consume a fine meal, and then we're going to queue up this vent to be built. Actually, let's tell him, yes, the vent will be good. Gwen's over here, and we're just going to tell her to haul the steel in as a priority. So she's going to do that next, so it's closer for when Merlin needs to build more walls, or more vents, sorry. We're also going to need a vent here. Perhaps even moving these 2 wooden gates down south a little, and putting some more vents here. This door should be one down, so that will get moved when we get the chance. There we are. I'm just gonna again extend the floors, the granite tiles down to here, and wooden floors for these bedrooms. And we've got a pair of new lovers. We've got Gaius and Gwen. There's a little bit of an age gap there, between 60 and 21. But gonna let the two of them have some fun. Put a double bed down here. We'll cue Merlin up to build that immediately. And the party was called off. I think that's because I moved Merlin. Who started that party? It was Merlin's party. That was why then. Okay, and we're just gonna uninstall Gaius's bed. Get that done immediately. And put this double bed in there. And we're gonna set the owners as Gaius and Gwen. I don't think this relationship will last hugely long, since there is that huge difference in age, but you never know. Gwen will get round to Arthur in the end, I guess. So these bedrooms are coming along nicely, and we are also going to need to queue up some more beds for all of these. So they're all done. That's not the same as I did them before, so I'll just go and fix that now. So just like this. On that on the bottom, and this doorway here should be removed. Okay. So Gwen's just hauling all our wood in for us, and Uther and Arthur are doing the hunting. We seem to have like a nice amount of bucks and does now, so they will be hunted when we get the opportunity. Just got Lacey in this animal bed here. Going to reinstall that in Arthur's room. Get Yak 3 out of there. And just reinstall that there. Okay. So Merlin's mood is a little bit low. He's got both an awful bedroom and he's in serious pain due to the psychic silencer. So I'm going to see if we can queue up some better dressers and end tables in here. We've got a mad boom rat over here. We're going to send Arthur out to deal with that. It is raining currently, so we're just going to have him equip his steel longsword and melee attack it. There we are. Oh, that did set Arthur alight, but he's a big strong boy, he can put himself out. And we're just going to have him pick up this stuff. It luckily is raining, but we are going to expand the home zone to include these new bedrooms as well. And queue these walls down here up for deconstruction. There we are. The zone over here is not looking too bad, or too badly mined. I'm going to queue these roofs up to be removed as well. And that's all looking good. So Merlin's building some marble walls now, These bedrooms are coming together, but we are looking to need more wood. Gwen's just keeping everything stocked up, and she's just keeping hauling marble chunks in. Okay. So she's doing a good job with that. All of these walls look to be being done. We're also going to queue the wood in here up to be cut, and this tree to be cut as well as that heel root, so that a roof can be put on it soon. And again, this wood can be queued up to chop, this tree to be cut, so that Gaius can keep an eye on. Also that Merlin has an easier job, as he's not so good with plants. Gaius is now level 9 plants of planting, so that's why he's doing that. Gonna allow sowing in this cotton zone again, now that that's done. And we're just gonna fill this chem fuel pond in, because we're not gonna need chem fuel. I'm not sure why that's, or what mod that's from, but it shouldn't be here. And we've got a heat wave, so we are going to need a couple more coolers. I think we're just going to double the amount we've got, as so. Merlin's just building the vents now. He'll have some roofs on these zones in no time. Got one bed here, that's a good bed, and we're just going to set that up for guests, as well as Gwen's bedroom over here, and this bedroom here. Going to reinstall Merlin's bed down there though. His room is still awful, partly because it's so dirty as well. We are dealing with quite some heat. So I think we will need Gwen just to do some healing for today, some cleaning, sorry, for today, as opposed to all of the hauling, and leave most of the hauling up to Lacey. She's doing a decent job of it so far. Because our rooms are starting to look quite dirty. So just get that all cleaned up. Especially the kitchen should try and be clean as much as possible, because you can get food poisoning if it's not that clean. So I'm going to queue this room up, or this bed to be moved to Merlin's room, and that is an excellent bed, so we're just going to set Merlin as the owner there and have this bed moved there. We've got another good bed here, so we're just again going to set that as a guest bed. And Merlin's building some more dressers. So he's got a normal dresser, we're just going to have that deconstructed. And a normal dresser there, and can also be deconstructed for these other two good ones. His end table is good, but so are these three. That one's actually normal. And so is that one. So we're going to deconstruct those two and have them replaced when the opportunity presents itself. Got a confused wonder from this yak due to the Alzheimer's, and we're also just again going to clear the animal zone so we're not getting the filth inside here. Okay, and that looks like a good amount of construction for now. Got these extra beds up and finished, almost. Another good bed and a normal bed there. And this last bed is not quite finished. Just finishing the floors first. We've actually got a pair of good beds down here, so this bed can be deconstructed, and when that's done, another good bed. Get that deconstructed now. There we are. And we'll just in a minute up the price of these beds. Carpet makering's now been done, so we're probably going to re-floor some of these bedrooms, or perhaps none of them, with carpets, but not yet. And we're just going to research plate armour, because that's going to be quite important. Or perhaps the siege equipment, actually, so we can have some defences. Currently in the security we can have cavalry spikes and bear traps, and of course the spike traps, but we've been doing okay for now, so we won't worry about that yet. Everyone's in bed now. Just ticking along. Lacey's bed still hasn't been moved. But we are looking like we're not at a bad temperature. We could do with a couple more of these passive coolers. So actually we'll get this one done now. But the temperature isn't looking hugely hot, 24 degrees Celsius. Okay. Morgana's the first one up, doing the cooking for us. And then she's just getting on stone cutting again. We're going to change this order around to make any stone blocks first and then do the marble afterwards. And we're going to change that. Actually, we'll leave that on number 1 priority for her, for Morgana. Okay. And we might also set up a mining management for metal, that just steel. We'll set that anywhere on the map. Leaf roof supports. There we are. And we're just going to want 1,000 steel, let's say, as the target. So it's just going to queue that up for when we need it. And we're going to set a stockpile zone up here. Actually, we'll allow the steel to be in with the stone blocks there. And just change this stockpile. Oh, it is on low already. That's good. Okay. These last couple of floors are almost done. And this guest bed as well there. So we're just going to up the price of these to 40 silver for now. We have got a visitor who is staying in the in our area as well, so that's good. Happens to come with a heavy SMG. That shouldn't have happened. I'll see if I can fix that for the next episodes. I'm just going to deconstruct these doors here and again set up some lights for these corridors. But I think that's enough for this episode. So we set up some more bedrooms and got the rest of this area nicely set up, and we've almost got some cotton. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time.